Imagine waking up one day and realizing that the world around you has changed. No, it's not a dream. Feeling that reality is deeper than you ever imagined. It's like you've discovered a new dimension of existence. What if I told you that this could be happening to you right now? Yes, you heard right. Let's talk about those signs you might be ignoring but are impossible to overlook. Have you ever felt more connected to everything around you? Or maybe you've started questioning things that once seemed so certain, and that insatiable desire to understand the purpose of your life, to connect with something greater? What if one of the clearest symptoms of this spiritual awakening is happening right now as you watch this video? Maybe you've already felt an inexplicable inner peace, or even a vibrant energy that seems to flow through you. Curious? But before we dive deep into this, think, what could all this really mean for your life? Imagine living fully conscious, connected with your true essence, free from the illusions of the material world. Shall we unravel these mysteries together? Stay tuned, because what comes next might transform your perception forever. Well, if you want access to the best videos about your spiritual awakening, be part of our community by subscribing to this channel. And if you enjoy this enlightening exploration, consider showing your support by clicking the Super Thanks button below. By supporting this channel, you become part of a community that values truth, self-discovery, and spiritual enlightenment. Feeling of oneness with the universe. Imagine for a moment feeling deeply connected with everything around you, from the trees to the animals, from the stars in the sky to the people passing by on the street. This is what many describe as a feeling of oneness with the universe. This experience, which can be momentary or prolonged, gives the impression that there is no separation between yourself and the rest of the world. Everything seems interconnected, forming a vast, living and pulsating fabric. This perception can arise in various ways, during deep meditation, while contemplating nature, or even in moments of intense emotion. The feeling of oneness often comes with inner peace and a broader understanding of life. It's as if the boundaries that normally separate the individual from the rest of the world dissolve, allowing for a direct connection with the cosmos. For some people, this experience can be transformative, altering how they see life and their roles within it. It can lead to a greater appreciation for the natural world and reinforce the importance of caring for the environment. This feeling can also inspire more altruistic behavior, since the perception of unity can make the needs of others seem as important as one's own. However, this experience is not universal and can vary from person to person. Some may feel this connection constantly, while others experience it only in specific moments. Regardless of frequency, the feeling of oneness with the universe can provide a profound sense of belonging and meaning, contributing to a more fulfilling and realized life. Interestingly, this feeling is not exclusive to any spiritual or religious tradition. People from different beliefs and even atheists can experience this profound interconnection with the universe. It is a universal human experience that transcends cultural and religious boundaries, offering a broader and more inclusive view of existence, increased empathy and compassion. When we talk about empathy and compassion, we refer to the ability to put oneself in another's place, to feel their pains and joys, and to act benevolently. For many people, this increase in empathy and compassion can be a gradual but significant change in their lives. Suddenly, the concerns and sufferings of others seem closer and more important. This change can be triggered by various experiences, such as the practice of meditation, inspiring readings, or even facing challenging situations. Empathy not only helps to better understand others, but can also improve interpersonal relationships. With more compassion, people tend to be more patient, understanding, and willing to help. Additionally, This new sensitivity can inspire concrete actions of charity and service. Many people who experience an increase in empathy feel a natural urge to get involved in volunteer activities, support social causes, and be more attentive to the needs of those around them. Compassion becomes a driving force, encouraging a more altruistic and meaningful life. However, this increase in sensitivity can also have its challenges. Feeling others' emotions intensely can be exhausting and sometimes overwhelming. It's important for people to learn to balance this empathy with self-care, ensuring that their own emotional needs are also met. Finally, the growth in empathy and compassion can benefit not only those around you, but also enrich your own life. Through deeper and more meaningful connections, life gains a new layer of purpose and satisfaction. Empathy and compassion remind us of our shared humanity, creating a kinder and more supportive world. Changes in sleep patterns. Changes in sleep patterns are common in different phases of life, but some people experience significant and inexplicable alterations in their rest routine. These changes can include insomnia, where the person has difficulty falling asleep or staying asleep, or, conversely, an increased need for rest with longer periods of sleep. These changes can be triggered by a variety of factors, including stress, hormonal changes, or even a deeper internal transformation. For example, periods of intense reflection or personal growth can disrupt sleep, making the mind more active at night. Insomnia, in particular, can be frustrating and negatively impact quality of life. On the other hand, some people may feel a greater need for sleep, as if their body is demanding more time to recover and process new information or experiences. This increased need for sleep can be a response to a period of great change or personal transformation where the body and mind need more time to adjust. It's important to pay attention to these changes and try to understand their possible causes. Sometimes, simple adjustments to the routine, such as improving sleep hygiene or incorporating relaxation practices, can make a big difference. In other cases, seeking medical guidance can be helpful to rule out underlying health issues. Regardless of the causes, changes in sleep patterns are a reminder that the body and mind are constantly evolving. Listening to and respecting these needs can contribute to better overall well-being, allowing people to be in tune with their internal and external needs. Increased intuition. The increase in intuition is something many people report at different times in their lives. It's that feeling of knowing something without concrete evidence or an immediate logical explanation. Intuition can manifest as a strong internal guidance, a sense that something is right or wrong, or even a keen perception about people and situations. This heightened perception can result from various practices such as meditation, mindfulness, or simply paying more attention to one's own feelings and thoughts. The more people connect with their inner world, the easier it becomes to access this source of inner wisdom. Intuition can serve as a valuable guide in important decisions and navigating life's challenges. However, trusting intuition is not always easy. In a society that values logic and reason, following an inner feeling can seem risky or irrational. Still, many people find that their intuitions are surprisingly accurate and useful. The challenge is learning to distinguish between true intuition and a mere disguised desire or fear. Practice can help strengthen intuition. Keeping a journal, meditating regularly, or simply reflecting on past decisions and their outcomes can help people recognize their intuition patterns. Over time, this skill can become a powerful tool for decision-making and personal growth. Ultimately, increased intuition can contribute to a more authentic life, aligned with a person's true desires and values. By trusting more in themselves and their inner perceptions, people can feel more confident and secure in their choices, leading to a more satisfying and meaningful existence. Detachment from materialism and status. Detachment from materialism and status is something many people begin to experience at some point in their lives. It's as if, suddenly, objects and social recognition lose their importance. The house full of things that once seemed essential now looks like a pile of clutter. That new car, it no longer seems so attractive, and brand-name clothes. Well, now it's more about comfort than impressing others. This change doesn't happen overnight. Often it's a gradual process. It might start with a wardrobe clean-out or donating items no longer used. Gradually, the person realizes that happiness doesn't lie in the things they possess, but in the experiences they live and the connections they establish. This detachment can bring a sense of freedom, as if a weight has been lifted off their shoulders. Besides material goods, social status also loses relevance. The incessant pursuit of recognition, titles, and prestige starts to feel empty. Professional achievements are still important, but they're no longer the sole source of validation. What really matters becomes personal satisfaction and the positive impact one can have on the world. This new perspective can affect how a person relates to work and life goals. Instead of always seeking the next career rung, there might be a desire to find a balance between personal and professional life, or even to completely change areas for something that brings more personal fulfillment. Success becomes more internal and less dependent on external approval. Interestingly, this detachment can even improve quality of life. Without the pressure to maintain a certain standard of consumption or status, a person can feel lighter and more focused on what really matters. Choices become more conscious and life more simple and authentic. Energetic sensitivity. Energetic sensitivity is something many people begin to notice gradually. Suddenly, environments and people seem to emit an energy that was previously unnoticed. Entering a place and feeling a weight or lightness different from normal can become common. Meeting someone and immediately sensing whether that person is well or not can also happen more frequently. This sensitivity can be both a blessing and a challenge. On the one hand, it allows for a deeper connection with the environment and the people around. You can feel more empathy and understanding, which favors more authentic and meaningful relationships. On the other hand, this same sensitivity can make certain places or people emotionally draining, requiring greater effort to maintain internal balance. Over time, many people develop ways to cope with this sensitivity. Techniques for energetic protection, such as visualizing a protective bubble or practicing meditation, can help maintain harmony. It can also be useful to learn to distinguish between one's own emotions and external energies, which makes it easier to navigate different environments without being so affected by them. This heightened perception can also lead to a more conscious and intentional life. Choosing environments and companions more carefully becomes a priority. Activities that previously seemed harmless, such as watching certain types of movies or frequenting certain places, may be avoided for the sake of emotional and energetic well-being. Finally, energetic sensitivity can open doors to new interests and spiritual practices. Reiki, yoga, and other forms of energetic work can become part of the routine, not just as a hobby, but as a necessity for maintaining well-being. This is an aspect that, when well managed, can enrich life in profound and lasting ways. Changes in relationships. Changes in relationships are something many people experience in different phases of life. As interests and values evolve, relationship dynamics also change. Long-standing friends may drift apart, while new connections arise unexpectedly. These changes can be challenging but also offer opportunities for growth and self-knowledge. One reason for these changes is the shift in priorities and interests. The person who once was a constant companion for parties and social events might now prefer quieter activities like nature walks or more intimate gatherings. These changes in interest can create a sense of disconnection with those who don't share the same new passions. Additionally, increased energetic sensitivity and intuition can make certain relationships unsustainable. People who once seemed harmless may now be perceived as toxic or draining. This can lead to a natural distancing that, although painful, is often necessary for emotional and energetic health. These changes can also be a catalyst for self-improvement. As people who are no longer in tune drift away, there's space for new relationships more aligned with the new phase of life. These new connections can bring a sense of renewal and belonging, as well as open doors to new experiences and learning. Finally, it's important to remember that changes in relationships are a natural part of life's cycle. Accepting these transitions with grace and gratitude can ease the process. Even relationships that end leave valuable lessons and contribute to personal growth. Ultimately, what really matters is the quality of connections, not the quantity. Search for purpose and meaning. On the journey of life, many of us find ourselves at crucial moments where we begin to question the meaning of it all. It's as if an inner voice starts guiding us towards something greater and more significant. This can happen after a major change or crisis, but it can also arise gradually. The search for purpose and meaning in life becomes a driving force, leading us to reassess our goals and priorities. This desire to seek a greater purpose often leads to exploring new areas of interest. Someone who never had an interest in art, for example, might suddenly find themselves immersed in painting or sculpture. Others might turn to volunteer activities, seeking a sense of contribution and connection with the community. This exploration is an essential part of the process of self-discovery. During this search, it's common to encounter a kind of internal resistance. Fears and insecurities may arise, questioning whether we are on the right path. However, this resistance can be seen as a sign that we are challenging our comfort zones, which is an indicator of growth. Overcoming these obstacles is crucial to finding a purpose that truly resonates with our essence. Moreover, the search for purpose can transform how we relate to the world around us. It can make us reconsider our career choices, friendships, and even our daily habits. This process of re-evaluation can be both liberating and challenging, but it is essential for finding a life purpose that is authentic and meaningful. Finally, this journey has no clear final destination. It is a continuous process of growth and discovery. With each new step, life can present new purposes and meanings. The important thing is to stay open and receptive, allowing this search to guide us towards a fuller and more realized life. Inexplicable physical symptoms. Many people who are going through a phase of personal or spiritual transformation report physical symptoms that seem to have no medical explanation. Headaches, extreme fatigue, and even muscle discomfort can arise out of nowhere. These symptoms can be disconcerting, especially when medical tests reveal no obvious cause. These physical discomforts can be a way for the body to process emotional or energetic changes. The body and mind are deeply interconnected, and what we feel emotionally can manifest physically. During times of great internal change, it is common for the body to react in unexpected ways, trying to adjust to the new state of being. Additionally, these symptoms can be a sign that we need to pay more attention to our physical well-being. Often, in the search for purpose and meaning, we can neglect basic aspects such as nutrition, exercise, and rest. These symptoms can be a reminder that we need to take care of ourselves holistically, including body, mind, and spirit. It is also important not to dismiss medical help, even if the symptoms seem inexplicable. A healthcare professional can help rule out serious medical conditions and offer guidance on how to deal with these discomforts. Sometimes, just knowing that nothing is physically wrong can alleviate some of the stress and anxiety associated with the symptoms. The key is to find a balance. While exploring new dimensions of ourselves and seeking a greater purpose, we need to remember that our body is a partner in this journey. Listening to the signals it gives us and taking proper care of it is essential for a harmonious and sustainable transformation. Feeling of inner peace. Imagine being in the midst of chaos and yet feeling a serenity that seems to come from a deep place. This feeling of inner peace is something many people long for, especially in times of uncertainty and turbulence. It's like finding an oasis of calm amidst the storm, providing a sense of tranquility and balance. Achieving this inner peace is not something that happens overnight. It is a process that often involves self-care and self-knowledge practices. Meditation, yoga, and other forms of contemplative practices can be extremely helpful in this regard. They help calm the mind and connect us with our inner self, where this peace resides. This inner serenity can also come from acceptance and detachment. When we accept things as they are and let go of the need to control everything, we create space for inner peace to flourish. It is a recognition that despite external circumstances, we can find a state of well-being within ourselves. Inner peace also has a profound effect on our relationships and how we interact with the world. People who experience this serenity tend to be more compassionate and understanding, both towards themselves and others. They radiate positive energy that can transform environments and inspire those around them. Maintaining this feeling of inner peace is a continuous challenge, especially in a world full of distractions and stresses. However, every small effort to nurture this serenity is worth it. It is a constant reminder that regardless of what happens externally, we have the ability to find a refuge of peace within ourselves. So guys, can you feel this transformative energy? Yes, spiritual awakening is not just a personal journey, it's an internal revolution that changes everything around us. Now think with me, how many of these symptoms have you already experienced? Could that discomfort you recently felt be a clear sign that something greater is happening? And look, it's no coincidence that you are here, watching this video. Everything happens for a reason, and maybe this is the nudge you needed to take a step further. How about sharing in the comments which symptom resonated the most with you? Who knows, this exchange of experiences might help others find themselves too. And you know what? This is just the beginning. There's much more to explore, much transformation to live. Have you thought about what comes after this awakening? What if I told you that the next video will reveal even deeper secrets about this journey? If you found this exploration insightful and transformative, please consider showing your support by clicking the Super Thanks button below. Your contribution helps us continue to bring you valuable content that delves into the depths of spirituality and reveals ancient wisdom. So, get ready, because the universe has much to offer, and we are just beginning to unravel these mysteries together. Leave your like, share with those who need this message, and of course, subscribe so you don't miss anything. The journey continues, folks. Are you ready for the next step?